Yeah, my backstory actually has a lot to do with horses. I like to say that I was a little girl with a big dream. I was obsessed with horses ever since I can remember. And just like Napoleon Hill says, the starting point for all achievement is a burning desire. And I can say with absolute certainty that I had this obsession of horses that was almost born within me, if you will. And so I grew up just outside of Detroit in suburbia, and I had two middle class blue collar parents. So the
Mhm.
idea of horses was really outside of the realm of possibilities, despite my best efforts begging my dad to day in and day out, Dad, please buy me a horse. My mom worked two factory jobs, and it was out of the realm of possibilities. And I never gave up on my dream to the point where I would pray at night, like, Dear God, please let me just dream that I'm riding a horse in my dreams so that way it actually feels like I'm doing it in real life. And
Mhm.
it wasn't long before I realized that I had to take matters into my own hands. So the day that I turned 16 was the day that I got my driver's license, and the same day that I put my Craigslist ad online saying I will ride your horse for free. And that
Mhm.
was when I discovered that if you can follow your passion and figure out where your skill set lies, what your talents are, and exploit them in the service of others, you are going to be met with unprecedented success and true fulfillment. So that's what I did. And sure enough, I had all these yahoos calling me with their wild, unbroke, green broke horses that hadn't been handled, ridden, or touched in 5 or 10 years. And I'm
Mhm.
like this confident, cocky 16-year-old with a brand new driver's license driving all over God's country, riding these people's horses. And mind you, I didn't have any formal education or instruction. So next thing you know, I'm getting bucked off and thrown off and flipped over on, and like you name it, I experienced it.
Mhm.
Um, but I never, despite how many times that I ate dirt, I never gave up. I stayed just like laser focused on my goals, and didn't matter how many times I fell off. I was just as excited and happy to crawl right back on the horse and give it another try. And it was just like one of those failing forward moments where life is
Right.
going to throw curveballs and life is, going to throw you on the ground. But it's up to us not to let that just distract us or derail us from our dreams, from following our purpose and our passion. And so I ended up meeting a horse dealer. He'd get in like 50 horses a week, and I had to ride everything, and I had to sell it fast, quick, cheap, because if I didn't sell it fast enough, he was going to ship it to Canada to go to the slaughterhouses. So here I am,
Oh,
like
wow.
16-year-old girl, yeah, on a mission to save all the horses of the world. And that was like my first step into the world of an entrepreneur, because it was like the sky is the limit. How many horses do you want to ride today? How many horses do you want to save today? 5, 10, 15? And then I ended up doing that, selling horses while I was in high school, in college. I graduated college. I got scooped up into the corporate world, and I was still selling horses on the side. And it ended up that I had like the world's worst, most miserable, negative, pessimistic boss you could ever imagine to have. And here I am, like, just like radiating like positivity and sunshine. And he was
Mhm.
probably just annoyed with me as I was with him. And we had to travel together, and we were like traveling all over the country to these different manufacturing plants. And he's literally listing off every single thing that could go wrong. And I'm like, Justin, that does not serve you, because I had just seen the movie The Secret when I was 18, and I was just full of
Mhm.
excitement and inspiration. I'm like, oh my God, this is so empowering. And so I'm trying to like teach him this. And meanwhile, I'm working on these spreadsheets, these Excel spreadsheets, like life in the cube, right, in corporate America.
Mhm.
And while I'm working on these spreadsheets, I've got my ear pods in. I'm listening to Dr. Wayne Dyer, and I'm just receiving like all of his beautiful wisdom, all of his universal truths. I'm taking notes while I'm keying in my Excel spreadsheets. And one of like, the number two rule for true success and fulfillment in life is don't die with your music still inside of you. And so I
Mhm.
knew that I had to escape the cube, and I had to ditch the corporate world. And although it was hands down one of the scariest things I've ever done, it's been by far one of the most rewarding and gratifying moments or decisions that I've made. So I went on to build and scale a 7-figure business where I now buy, train, and sell horses all over the country. And I accidentally opened up one of Michigan's largest public trail riding companies, kind of on accident, just because I loved horseback riding. I loved trail riding. Trail riding was my favorite thing. And I wanted to share that with the world. And it just word of mouth spread. And we became very popular very fast. And everything happened very naturally and very organically. And I'm not saying that as a, oh, hey, look at me, like I'm lucky, I'm special. No, I'm saying that because I believe that I need to, we're all supposed to live, lead, and inspire by example. So therefore, if I did it, that means that you absolutely can do it. And your audience, everyone listening can do the same things. And I feel like I've been blessed to be able to kind of put together a toolbox of different strategies, tools, and techniques to understand that we live in this, to understand the quantum physics side of this vibrational universe that we're living in, and essentially how to leverage the laws of the universe to very intentionally create the life of your dreams. So that is why I am here now, because I'm on a mission to positively inspire and positively impact as many people around the world to become the best versions of themselves as possible.